on. Await the winner of this one. Paris Todd will get us started. Let's play pickleball.
Side out.
We've had quality first points.
We just keep getting those
throughout the tournament.
0-0-1. Second serve.
The face that Paris made.
I just got away with something.
0-0-2.
That was actually surprising to me on the previous point that Paris Todd would pull that shot, because we talked about how J.W. Johnson doesn't always take a massive amount of court, which makes him more difficult to attack in mixed doubles. And it's probably the complete opposite for Pickleball, who takes a ton of court and therefore is a bit more susceptible to being sped up at.
0-0-2.
Traveling on Pickleball. Turn it over here. I mean, we knew Georgia and Deckel are going to go at it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-0-1.
And J-Dub takes some extra court and pays the price.
Yeah, that's big time two-handed backhand counter from Paris Todd, but a good read nonetheless from J.W.
Oh, magnifique Paris. My goodness. You want to know why she's in all three finals? Ta-da. Or semifinals, excuse me. One final already cashed.
0-0-1. Point.
Right.
Just none of the getting out of sync when the ball went off the tape there.
Just flies off of her paddle. She was even leaning to the backhand side and switched it over.
Point.
That shows you how heavy that is, because Georgia's not impressed with anyone's pace.
No, she isn't.
2-0-1.
And normally keeps the stroke relatively short. That ball got on her in a hurry.
Point.
And a little carryover, and 3-0 for Barr and Todd.
3-0-1.
I mean, quiet paddle block in the middle from Todd.
Yeah, inside out and redirects it right over to Georgia Johnson.
4-0-1.
Seems like so many ladies have that shot. It's so tough to redirect the pace like that.
And incoming, and an awesome start for the new team.
Things is I would lean towards that's something they need to do is get Georgia active on the offensive end, but she's had 0 to work with.
Second serve.
J-Dub keeps going back through the middle because everybody knows his flick wizard tricks.
Yeah, that's right.
So get a new trick.
Adjust to the adjustment.
Side out.
2 quick stops coming out of the timeout is just what the wizard ordered.
0-5-1. Second serve.
She's just there.
Yeah, there. And tons of power, fully outstretched.
0-5-2.
Wow, what what a drive and what a first bot. That is a great shot. Of everything that's my favorite shot she's hit in this match. That was tough.
And that's one of the reasons why I slightly prefer going to J.W. Johnson was the third that Georgia just hit. And Paris Todd says, I don't care.
Oh, a pump fake from Paris to Deckel there. That's a rare sight, but it just happened.
Works both ways. Oh, she'll get him, or he will get her back about 10 times. Yes.
J-Dub able to jump in. First time we've had 5 dinks in a row.
Right. Paris was trying to not go fully out wide and find the left foot of Georgia Johnson from the kitchen.
These players and their placement on the putaways, very smart. They're even giving a little glance. Where are they going? Put it where they were.
I mean, it used to be just it goes up, hit it hard, and you'll win the point. But the defensive chops of everyone, you have to be very calculated with your pace and your placement on the putaways, or it's just going to keep coming back.
Okay, we're all satisfied with the ball.
Point.
Finally on the board as Barr kind of let up on what he wanted to do there.
Side out.
Deckel having a fine tournament himself. We'll see him later in men's doubles with Dylan Frazier. So could be a big day for him and Paris.
Altitude is treating him well.
And so is rope forehands. My goodness, he's beaten Georgia and J-Dub with that here.
I need to switch it over to Paris Todd, whose third shot is very good as well. But when Deckel gets hot.
Take and serve.
What happens?
Yeah. And that was going to be an issue, too, because Georgia was late getting in. Great work to get to the kitchen after that return hit the line.
And full swing counter cut stays in.
When it's working, Dave.
I mean, what in the world? Just bare. I mean, she probably hit 4% of the ball. But you said it.
I told you he was going to get her back.
And it was as messy as you would have guessed. That was like an unchaperoned toddler loose with the crayons right there.
1-7-1.
Well, good serve, Georgia.
I think they're saying out.
Oh, are they?
I don't know. No, they've changed it back. They did change it back.
1-7-2.
Yep, clearly just out. Clearly just out. Thank you.
7-1-1.
Left side Georgia here too.
Second serve.
They'll do this on occasion, but it usually means things aren't going well, and the scoreboard would agree with them.
7-1-2.
Also, Deckel's hitting rope serves, so that's a big part of it. Wow. I mean, Paris, whatever they're feeding you, or I mean, she's probably cooking it up. She's a great chef. Whatever. It's working.
Side out.
Yeah, I like the court positioning from Paris.
Yeah. Tell Deckel to not hit it sky high. But 8-1 for Barr and Todd. Just unbelievable defense. The flick wizard, the magic potion is not working.
1-8-2.
Wow.
Point.
Careful. This is a man that's had some lower body injuries, is healthy, and we love it.
8-2.
J-Dub gets his first winner on a dink. You don't see that very often.
Paris is just on it. And J-Dub has actually mixed up his spots a couple times. It doesn't matter what wing it's going to right now to Paris Todd. The counters are cracked.
Point.
Just out of sorts, went for the Ernie. The new rule, just remind everybody, your entire body has to cross the plane, so we encourage athleticism, so no fault there whatsoever. If even her pinky toe went past, that's okay. Driving the Tui over there now. Okay.
Feeling himself, and I think that going back behind Deckel at the kitchen could be a nice option. On the previous point, I understand that Georgia missed the counter, but that was an ambitious attack from Deckel.
Yeah.
Paris is doing such a good job of being consistent over there and setting up. Maybe play to the big man more.
Side out.
Back through the middle again. So this is a team that's usually so good at getting to the kitchen and dictating play. They just haven't been able to do it.
They can serve.
Well,
she just doesn't miss over there.
Right.
And Georgia pops it up. Deckel says, thank you very much.
I mean, she was going to the spot I suggested. She just put it shoulder level to Deckel bar. Can't do that.
I think he missed it.
He did.
Out.
I mean, in terms of Ernie's for Deckel, that is about a 9 out of 10 in terms of easy.
Yes,
because he goes for a lot.
He thinks he made it, by the way, because he's standing there ready to serve, and he did not make it.
He definitely
We are
did.
staring right down the line. He is confused. There's confusion, and now they're got that fixed, and you can see did miss that one. Yeah, because he goes for some egregious Ernies and makes them. That was sitting in his wheelhouse.
Point.
Great counter from Georgia, and Paris hit the ball harder than anyone on the court in that rally.
4-9-2. Side out.
Wow. That didn't miss by much because he tried all the spins there.
And it's a take that
9-4-1.
J.W. Johnson, he has to go for that.
They can serve.
Just got to be careful here. They've been on 9 for a bit here. You want to put out the top seed when you've got the chance.
And the drive has cooled off for Deckel bar the last handful of points. That initial counter is so good. I have been on the other side of that flick, and I am pretzeled. I am pretzeled up to the nth degree.
Game point.
Side out.
Is it important to get points here going into game 2? I mean, they could still win. Yeah, I think so. And you know, they've been in these spots a lot lately, so maybe less so for them than a different team. But always, yes. High and hard cross court from Georgia Johnson coming in hot.
Does a win favor somebody here?
I think with the inconsistency, it's kind of going across the court and at the backs of the Johnsons a little bit. So I don't think significantly. I mean, I'll just go with the team that's up 10-5.
They'd love the wind.
Point.
Paris was put in a very difficult
Yes.
spot by her partner right there.
Yeah. Well, most, if not all, of the blame goes to Pickleball for that inside-out
Go
speed.
with all. I'm
Okay.
gonna go with all. That's so good from Paris because she didn't try to check out the Sparkies because they play some awesome pickleball, and make sure you get that Pickleball TV app so you can watch the Sparkies. Hit it, get that QR code, everybody. Come on, subscribe today. And Georgia Johnson can come flying into your phone like she just came flying into Deckel, and Deckel's questioning the footwork.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It's hard not to, especially with that unique style that Georgia Johnson has. And a lot of our superstars at the pro level were Sparky age not too long ago, Dave. Oh, Georgia's looking to get in there. Aggressive start. Okay.
All right.
I mean, it's not like we ever even fathomed that the Johnsons were going to go away.
Oh,
so this
0% chance of that.
This is
Agreed.
the quality start to really
2-0-2.
get them to play at the level we know they can.
Point.
And it's the cross-court battle. We haven't had it a lot, but Paris won it in game one, and now Georgia is off to a good start here with that.
And stepped up the aggression. Very linear. That ball was about an inch over the net, knifing and forced the pop-up from Paris Todd.
Wow, big swing from J-Dub, who saw it all the way. And sometimes you got to tip your cap, and it's not fun. But Deckel and Paris played a very good game one. Question is, can they do it back-to-back?
Point.
Hook it from your side, Paris Todd.
Very nice. And she hasn't always done it, but she has gotten in there more than a couple times when Deckel Bar is driving the ball on the forehand side. You need to, because we saw the variability in that drive in game one. Really, really good for a couple, then we'll miss a couple. He's looking to set up. He's looking to do damage with that shot. So as his partner, you need to be where you need to be.
Oh,
Point.
Had the opening, but didn't make it. Deckel is lurking.
Yeah, the forehand pressure from the middle of the court from Deckel has been amazing throughout.
Well, what great trust. I mean, Paris is throwing everything on the ground. He has not been lit up.
Makes it easy. He doesn't have to worry about back behind him to the left side of the body. Unless Georgia Johnson short hop attacks up the line. That's her only option right now.
Second serve.
I thought Georgia was going to take a crack at the big man right there. She went with a different style of offensive shot, and it worked out, though.
I mean, Paris, come on.
I
think she missed the easiest of the three there.
Definitely. Anytime you're crashing from the right and you have to go switch over to the forehand when they hit a first volley back behind you and you hit a quality shot.
A little skitter there.
That's nasty again.
Four, 3-1.
That's pretty from J.W. Johnson right there.
I think they need to switch over to the returns to J.W. Georgia's getting dialed on some of those drops from the back of the court and the midcourt.
Well, the new team of
5-3-1.
Todd and Barr had a discussion. Let's see if that was the issue. And Look where that went. Earpieces they're wearing to hear Mr. Stone.
Point. Timeout receiver, 6-3-1.
In sync, practice together all the time, so many hours on court, and it shows.
Oh, Georgia freaking Johnson with the ATP, and she hits him violently. That thing was cracked.
7-3-1. Point.
Here they come on one of these patented Georgia and J-Dub
8-3-1.
runs. You look up and it was like 4-3 a second ago. Now the lead is 5. What a great redirect there. And I can tell you who is loving every bit of this comeback. That lady right there. There's Mama Julie, who you said coaches, but she isn't allowed to play because Georgia hit her in the face recently, and that was the end of that. Man, even the pickups in the midcourt. Yeah.
Second serve.
No wreck, apparently. No, yeah. Drill, yes. Wreck, absolutely not.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago playing inside in cool conditions with Georgia and Gabe Cardio, and I was like, I think I'm done with that. Yeah. Okay.
You don't want that many missiles coming at your face.
Point.
Boy, a couple of errors have crept in here too. So what a complete 180 here. Game point quickly for the Johnsons.
Side out. Three, 10-1. Point. Four, 10-1. Point.
No chance that drive's staying in, but when you have fast hands, that's
5-10-1.
every once in a while a problem.
Mostly good.
But this is how Deckel can win 7 points in 1 minute.
6-10-1.
For him to wreck another huge serve here. Wow, right in the corner.
Second serve.
Quick learning.
Yeah, brief conversation she had with JW just to make sure that that previous one was going out.
6-10-2.
She listened.
Side out.
And then J-Dub said, I'll step in there and help as well.
And it makes it better when you pick your spots and you're not just lurking there. It's actually more dangerous.
Game point 2. Wow, and Paris lefty, this is nuts. Oh, Scorpion. Everything you'd ever want in a point and more.
Yeah, that was really good stuff.
And 6-2.
And game point 3 doesn't work out, and now you're going to have to stare down the Deckel bar serve, and the lead is only 4. Let's see if they can get any off Paris's serve to start with, though.
Second serve.
Deckel, he'll stripe that two-hander from time to time.
Yeah.
It's just more successful for him when he does this waist level and not ankle level.
Yeah, it seemed like he was bent down pretty low there. An empty trip for Barr and Todd. Game point 4 coming up.
Ten, 6-1. Point, game 11-6.
They have come right back and they do this in person. So, the question I posed as we went to break is it side or is it momentum? We're going to find out.
Point.
Side.
Okay. Yeah. Look at Adam just duck
1-0-2.
things like that. Just brilliant.
I'm better at the boomer sooner than the OHIO.
Wow, paddle clank. We're still going. Oh, backside of the paddle from Georgia. This is fantastic. And Pickleball gets it done.
Yeah, we've had some, but I was actually expecting more of those types of Deckel Georgia firefights throughout this one.
Side out.
Adam, not only is she going to redirect it, she's trying to get it past J-Dub and almost did there.
Almost did.
Good start, though, for Barr and Todd. We'll switch ends at 6, and that seems significant.
Point.
Possibly that lurking in the middle of J.W. Johnson forced Paris Todd to change her spot on the first volley. And you know, changing your mind is the cardinal sin of pickleball. Never works out.
Once he jumps on one, it's just gone.
I mean, it could be 1 and 2 in terms of cross-court overhead putaways right here on the court for the fellas.
Great.
I'll still give it to JW. I think I agree with you on that, Dave, but Deckles is very good also.
Wow. Deckel got way ahead and then tried some ridiculous cut, sneaky thing that got himself way behind.
And Paris went for the fake Ernie, got back in position and hit a quality counterattack.
Point.
And Paris Todd lurking in the middle. Misses. And 3-1 here for Paris.
3-1-1.
Picking her spots very well. Hasn't done it every time, but she's been putting pressure with her court positioning.
Second serve.
Surprised Paris wasn't home for that one.
3-1-2. Point.
Wow, and the rare speed up off the bounce from J-Dub, and it finds the tape.
I almost always like it, but definitely when Paris is that far off of the kitchen line, I think it's a good decision for J.W. Johnson. When she's back that far, make her hit a ball, though.
Just get it the heck on out of here, Deckelbar.
Yeah, one hand, two hand, whatever. Georgia can do it.
So can they cut into the lead with their possession? Wow, wearing out the tape so far here for J-Dub.
And he's not going to show much, but he is not thrilled with either one of those.
Wind a factor there for sure as that drop took off.
4-1-1.
Georgia keeping J-Dub in it.
Yeah.
Real positive there in between points.
What a dig. Tremendous. Now what's going to happen? Oh, and the big man gets tagged. Paris screamed out or something, but too late. But Georgia Johnson withstood a barrage.
Yeah, she had that Vivian David deep knee bend trying to dig everything out from down low, and she had to be there.
4-1-2.
Awkward paddle position. So there's two spots where they could have cashed both of those and switched at 6-1. We'll see what the deficit ends up being, or will they be behind?
Point.
But that's, you know, that is exactly what Paris, Todd, and Pickleball want. That is a quality cross-court attack at Georgia Johnson, and it wasn't the easiest forehand for Deckel, but he must make it.
And scared Georgia. And Georgia's on the next one, too. And they are within one. That's after 3 consecutive rallies where Paris and Deckel were in perfect position and didn't win any of them.
3-4-1.
My goodness, what a drive. And we are tied at 4, as that isn't even a flick wizard. That's just a demolished shot up high.
Where's Georgia looking in that video? Not at the ball. She's looking at her corner pocket target that she's about to...
She doesn't need to see the ball all the way to the paddle. Oh. And Deckel Bar finds the narrows there. Just got it right in between them.
JW had a great read on that spot, too. And I think it tipped off the Georgia Johnson two-handed backhand before it got to him. The wind.
Wide with the wind, so timeout stops the bleeding. Again, we'll switch ends at 6, and that is a factor today, faux show.
Second serve.
Back-to-back SWAT team volleys from JW Johnson.
4-4-2. Point.
Surprised she went there with Paris so far back.
Right, and Deckel was already established. It wasn't as if he was moving forward.
So they finally get off 4 and have a chance to switch with a 2-point lead on this one, and a very timid serve. I don't know if that was going to stay in. We'll never know. Good night. And they do indeed right the ship. So
sometimes there's a reason, but there isn't always a reason to why that is successful or not.
Side out.
So the side the Johnsons have on has won everything, half a game here. So if that's the end to win on, then it's the Johnsons. We'll see.
So a 2-point deficit isn't so bad if that is the case.
Second serve.
Yeah, definitely going in. Georgia, she looked back at the sideline. Other side, maybe not.
Yeah. Oh my, and again, well over 16 million hours of practice together, and no one took the middle ball.
The weird little side spin volley from Deckel Bar. I think Georgia was ready to pounce, and then it took a right turn on her quickly.
And got it, and that is the jet stream of where the wind is blowing, and Paris will happily take some misses.
Point.
And that volley was just not hit with real purpose and sails deep, and the Johnsons are in trouble. Unbelievable to be able to get to that ball, and Jay. So here we go. Can they keep adding?
Second serve.
I mean, clip the tape, but yeah, that's a pretty bad miss for Paris in that position.
Okay, so Timeout stops the run, and Deckel did not go after his serve there, so interesting.
A time or two, the
4-9-1.
Johnsons have been the team that someone comes back on them. Let's see if they can have a role reversal here.
Point.
And there's the first.
Right, and I mean, that is true for everyone.
Oh, of course.
But
there's been some noteworthy battles
Right.
with Ben and Annalise
Right.
specifically where they've had match points that didn't get done.
Point.
Okay.
two soft airs here from Paris Todd. That one much more forced than the previous one.
6-9-1.
This is lopsided no longer in game 3.
Great dig, and it's in. And J-Dub jumps in there.
Yeah.
They would have to forfeit their free challenge here.
7-9-1 receivers. 7-9-1.
Still going on a 1. And Deckel is able to jump in there. That was not an easy ball he took either.
7-9-2.
That's a great take by Paris.
Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge to set it up with such a great ball from Paris Todd and let the big man finish.
So both sides, brilliant uses of timeouts and then
9-7-1.
playing on the receipt now. Can Deckel and another not full swing. But gets a miss anyway, and it is match point for Deckel and Paris.
10-7-1.
Dug one off the shoe tops, but not a second one.
Match point.
Match point 2.
10-7-2.
Paris knew where it was going, but couldn't get it. And Deckel did not come up with the best drive there on the third.
I mean, these are the moments we live for right now, Dave.
Oh, flowed back in there nicely, but the wind got him.
Yeah, the first dig from JW. So good.
8-10-1.
Oh my, J-Dub let off there and Paris dug it out. Hey, older brother, that's how you put the ball away. They're within 1.
9-10-1.
That was not, I know Deckel was kind of in control, but that was not easy. Second try to tie it up right here.
Nine, 10-2.
Georgia has not had very many chances to do that at all, but the nerves of a jewel thief slides it down there. We're tied at 10.
I mean, absolute ice in her veins to go for that shot right there.
Ten, 10-2.
scrap out of that, as in they were in full retreat there, Adam.
Masterful timing from Pickleball to hang out on his side until the perfect moment to pounce.
10-10-1.
So they don't have the lead, but they didn't have to stare down a match point against. And
Point.
out ball was played, and they get their third match point.
Oh man, things happen quickly around here.
Let's see if Deckel can find
11-10-1.
a forehand. Oh, Deckel just got a little over his skis there. Didn't know where to let Paris jump in. 3 match points saved. Here comes the fourth. Is this the one, or is it going back to the other side?
11-10-2.
No way, he's there. Oh, no! And Georgia Johnson has a sitter off the tape and gets too much of it. And what a wild finish to a tremendous battle. 12